I have a company called Grandma's Buttons Boutique, and I make decorative cushions. This is what I started out making, but then I decided recently to branch out and start making aprons. Well, when I first started, I would go to I'd go to thrift stores, and I started collecting like a whole bunch of fabric. And I had mounds of it, and I never made pillows at this point. And I was like, what am I gonna do with all this fabric? Because I don't really know how to sew or anything, and I really like pillows. And so I just decided to start making my own pillows. And then people started wanting to buy them, so then I just started selling them. This happened back in 2009. I got my grandma's old sewing kit when she passed away, and she had had this really cute jar of buttons. And then I got that as well, so then when I started making pillows and everything, and I had all these buttons, and I've gotten more over the years as well from other people, and actually Naomi Shore's mom gave me a whole bunch of fabric when they were cleaning out, so that was really nice. So that's basically how it all started, because I was like, I have all the supplies I need. And I named it Grandma's Buttons Boutique because my grandma gave me the buttons. There's just something about it that's special. It's like, I have these old curtains that I made pillows out of, and it's like, these are in somebody's home on their wall, and now they're a pillow on someone's couch or bed. And then they have such a story. It's like, where was this? Like, where did this come from? Like, whose house was it in? Like, what kind of stuff did they do? How was their decor? Like, obviously, like, I'm taking someone else's, like, curtains and transforming them into someone's, like, new modern home. But really, to me, it goes back, like forever ago. And I just wish I knew what they were. I like to put little stories in my head, and actually, I do have a fabric that I got vintage, and it's, I don't know how in my head, I built this whole entire story around it, and it's hilarious. It's ridiculous, actually. Because it's just, this fabric, I don't have it anymore. And it's called my Bernadette series. It's just like this bright floral, but it has such a dark background to it. And I was just like, whose house was this in? Because it's just, to me, it's like such a floral, bright, happy thing, but then to me it has such a dark side as well. And I think that, like, maybe this Bernadette, I don't know why I chose Bernadette, but I did. She probably drank a lot of scotch and smoked cigarettes, definitely. Not in front of the fabric, and I do wash all fabric I get from the thrift stores, but maybe that didn't even happen, I don't know. But I get these ideas and I go coastal with them. I'm like, oh my god, well this lady, or this fabric is like our aprons, and like a pocket for your thoughts, and then I like put doilies on them, and then I sew another doily, so it's like a little pocket, and then I'm probably getting way off stream. I do not like using any of my old vintage fabric, so I was like, this stuff is very rare and you're never gonna get it again, ever. Maybe if you do, you're so lucky, but it's very uncommon. So sometimes I literally have to just talk myself into it, because I have to go from the concept of, okay, this is a business, Trisha. This isn't your collection of your hoarded fabric. This is actually something that you bought to get rid of, to make into something. Because when I'm at the thrift store, I'm like, oh, this would be a great pillow. This would be such a cute apron. But then I go home and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I'll use that one another time. And like, some things it's so easy to use some, but it's just stuff that looks a little more common. But yeah, when I do make them with the vintage ones that mean a lot to me, I put a lot of work into them. And I put a lot of thought into it, because I'm like, so careful. It's like, I can walk in here one day and just look at all my fabric and like be completely blank-brained and look around and be like, I don't know. And like, some days I'm just not feeling inspired, and then like I have a few books that I'll look at, and then that's one thing that really sparks me, and then I'm like, okay, well then I'll try to do this today and try to do that. But some days I walk in here and I could like bust out 5 pillows, and I think it's probably just because I'm like, I just have all these ideas, because then I like start to cut up all the fabric, and then I'll start I actually do a lot of strip fabric where I'll cut it all up and then re-sew it all back together from different pieces. So it's actually really fun because it adds so much more texture. And then if some of it's for one pillow, then I like switch. So like I work on like 5 pillows at once. I don't do one pillow at a time. And to be honest, I can do custom pillows. I do that, but I do it with like my fabric, and I do it with my train of thought, because if people want me to do it a certain way and this and that, like it just will not work. And it's actually really difficult to be like, no, sorry, I can't use your fabric, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Because I find inspiration through the fabric, and there's reasons, like, when I see it, I'm like, oh my God, and it just kind of speaks to me. Actually, one of my main things I say to myself in here a lot is, imperfection is perfection. And it's true, because I'm like, I'm not perfect. Like, I actually almost consider myself a professional seam ripper up until a couple days ago. I was like, I always have to rip out so many things and then I sew it back together, but I'm like, it's all a learning thing, but like the straps for the aprons are like so long, like they're huge. Cause like I like to make them really nice so they can go around a few times around the waist, or you know what I mean, just so that they fit anyone or that they're comfortable, right? So I will make a strap and I'll sew the entire thing, and then I realize I sewed it completely wrong. So I have to seam rip like a whole bunch of fabric, and it is so annoying. I'm like, ah, but I just sit there and then I like rekindle myself. I'm like, okay, get it going again. Because like I don't think a lot of people are expecting to see like a 28-year-old girl sitting there with a whole bunch of pillows in front of her, like free time, just make a whole bunch of pillows. It's like, it's funny, but I mean, like, people are, I guess, they start to recognize them and they go to markets all the time, because I've been going to markets for like 3 years now. And then it's just kind of like nice because people recognize them, but then some people who don't, or they actually like, they really like them and they say that they're different, they're not something you can buy from Walmart, and that's the thing I'm going for, because I hate Walmart, and I think that you should definitely upcycle and reuse everything because it's good too. But the aprons are something everyone seems to be liking. So yeah, I think that wearing them though like makes me feel kind of fun, and like it's not like I would wear it to the market or to Holy and Honey, but I wore mine out to the garbage just earlier today. Lots of we do lots of markets. Well, I wish we did more, but it's kind of hard to do more just because it is. Because you have to have so much stuff ready, and over the summer I think that it'd be fun to have some sort of a little outdoor market, to be honest. It would be really handy. There's a lot of people here, and there are a few different ones that happen here, but like you just haven't been connected with them, or I think that there's all different tastes, you know what I mean? Like when there's one at Holy and Honey, and like everyone is usually there all the time, like the same group of people, and it just feels so fun. It's just like, and all different, you can see all the different things that they have done, and like, it's just neat. Actually, it's kind of nice because people go places and then they see my pillows and they're like, are those from Grandma's Buttons Boutique? And the lady, and like there's this one customer I have that, she was actually one of my very first ones, and she's just a sweetie, and a lot of people notice her stuff at her place, and then when they see me at a market, they're like, hey. So it's kind of nice that people are starting to notice my brand. It's really, really helpful.